So hi everyone and welcome to this very special video. Christmas season is here, and today I will be showing you all of the Christmas horror themed movies that I have in my collection. So yeah, I just wanted to say that thank you to everyone who dropped by my live stream yesterday. I had such an amazing time. We were discussing Christmas themed horror movies, and it was simply amazing. So thank you, everyone. Let's get started. So, this first one here we have 12 Deaths of Christmas, also known as Mother Krampus. So, let's select this. Very colorful cover. I really like this cover. The movie itself was okay. It had a few good moments and a few not so good moments. And I don't really remember this one so well, even though I watched it a year ago. But yeah, I don't know if I'm in the mood to rewatch it just yet. But yes, 12 Deaths of Christmas. Okay. Here we have All Through the House. Yes, this one has a lot of good and fun gore. I did enjoy the story, and I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. So I do recommend you watching this one. It is a low budget indie horror movie, but I think they really did the best with what they had. So All Through the House. Yes. And I really like the mask or look of the killer, so to speak. Okay, here we have one of my favorites, and it is a zombie musical Christmas horror movie. And I'm of course talking about Anna and the Apocalypse. I mean, this movie is just simply amazing. It really blew my mind when I saw it. The soundtrack is really good. The songs are really good. I mean, with a lot of musicals, sometimes the songs are not that special, not that memorable, or even good. But in this one, almost every song is really unique and special and really catchy. And also the story is really good. It's funny, and it's just such a wonderful mix. And I can't recommend this one enough. So if you haven't seen Anna and the Apocalypse, you really should. And this is the season to do it. Yes. Ooh, here we have a movie. That was the first movie I ever reviewed on my channel. So that was a little more than a year ago. And I'm talking about ATM. And I really liked this movie. I thought it was really good. It was clever to have these three people being kind of locked in the ATM while a killer was roaming around the ATM in hunt for them. And I think it worked. It was exciting. I don't think there was ever a dull or boring moment. And I did enjoy the ending, which I understand that a lot of people might not, but I did. So ATM is another recommendation of mine. Okay, moving on to another classic. And a lot of people rewatch this every Christmas. I understand why. And it is, of course, Black Christmas, the original from 1974. Such a good movie. Just the opening scene with the camera that lingers, and that shot is so beautifully done. Olivia Hussey does a great job as the main character Jess, who receives all these weird, creepy phone calls. Then people, start dying, and the build-up and tension in each scene is really good, and also the ending is just perfect. So I can't recommend this enough as well. And since I talked about the original, we have to move on to the remake, Black Christmas from 2006. And I know a lot of people really don't like this movie, but I do. I think the kills are really great. They are funny, some are gory. I mean, not all characters are likable, but that's okay. And I do like the story. I do like they added more background story to a certain character, and yeah, I just enjoy this a lot every time I watch it. So Black Christmas from 2006. Okay, so now we're moving on to Black Christmas 2019. Yeah, and this one, I have to be honest, it was awful. I reviewed it last year, and I think this got the lowest marks or grading out of all the Christmas movies that I reviewed, and yeah, it's horrible. I think there was like one scene that I genuinely liked, but the rest was just awful. I understand that they were trying to take this in another direction, but it just didn't work for me. The ending was really, really bad, and yeah, not very memorable. Or memorable for being really bad, but not in a like it's so bad it's funny or good. No, no, we're not having any of that in this movie. It's just awful. So Black Christmas from 2019. And the kills, they were really dull. Like whenever something happened, they would cut away, and the kills just weren't very interesting or unique or spectacular in any sense. So a major, major letdown. Here we have Blood Tidings, also known as Good Tidings, but I like Blood Tidings title better. And I have to say, I was surprised by this because this is a really low budget indie horror film, but I think they really made it work. There were like three Santa Claus that psychopaths that are killing people, and this war veteran, he's like homeless. He goes to like a shelter kind of thingy, and the people inside there with him are being terrorized by these killers. And yeah, I do like this movie much more than I thought it would. I like the music, I like the kills, I like the suspense, the tension. I thought it was good. I mean, there were some scenes that could have been better, but overall, surprisingly good Christmas horror movie. So, Blood Tidings. Okay, moving on to. Okay. So, this is a movie that I will be reviewing this month. So, I haven't rewatched it yet. I saw this one a while ago. Can't say that I remember anything, so can't really say a lot about this movie yet. But I'm talking about The Children. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to rewatching it. I've heard so many good things. I just don't remember them, if they were true or not. But I'm looking forward to rewatching it, and then I will of course review it for you. Yes. But The Children. Okay, here we have like one of my favorite Christmas horror movies of all time. It's a movie from Norway. And I have talked about this one a lot on my channel. And it is called Christmas Cruelty. And I talked about it a lot on my live stream yesterday. Like, I think more people should watch this. Not enough people talk about it or have watched it. So, yeah. And also, the director signed the DVD for me for my birthday. I'm always grateful for that. Super happy. But this one, yeah, I mean, this one deals with a psychopathic serial killer who dresses up as Santa. And he terrorizes people who are just trying to celebrate Christmas. But this one is very grim, very dark and raw. And I mean, the kill scenes, the effects are just so good. And like once the gore gets going, it doesn't stop. And some scenes are really realistic. And it was fun because I'm in contact with the director, and I was asking him like, please, can you tell me how you did every effect, how you did every kill scene, and he actually told me in detail, and I was so amazed and happy that he did that, because yeah, this movie, like in particular, two scenes have really left such a huge mark on me. Like I can't stop thinking about them, and they really made a huge impact because of the just grimness and the raw and dark situation that was going on. And I'm talking about the beginning, and then when one of the characters. There are like three characters, a group of friends preparing for Christmas, celebrating, and one of them has such a really grim and dark fate. Yeah, it just blew my mind when I saw it. I'm like, wow, this movie will stick with me probably forever. So if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's called O Heilige Jul in Norwegian. So Christmas Cruelty. And this cover is just simply amazing. Okay. Here we have another classic. And when I first watched this movie a while back, I really disliked it. I find it kind of boring. But when I rewatched it last year, I actually ended up really enjoying the film. So I wonder what happened there. But I'm talking about Christmas Evil. And this is the 88 Films edition. So this is what it looks like. Really like the cover also. And yeah, this is a really good movie that takes a really dark turn kind of quickly, but it builds up and you kind of understand the frustration of the character who just goes insane. But yeah, a really good movie in my opinion. So if you maybe disliked it first watch, maybe give it a rewatch and give it a second chance. Maybe you will be like me and like it way better during a rewatch. Then we have A Christmas Horror Story. Yes, so this is an anthology movie, and it has a, like with a lot of anthology movies, some of the short films are way better than others. And this was also the case in this one. But I did really like the last one where, Santa Claus fights evil. That one was really, really good. And the ending was just so good. Yeah. But overall, an okay watch if you like count in all the short films. Okay, on to my second pile. So yeah, here we have Dead End. I know a lot of people talk about this one, and I do enjoy it. There were some things that were a bit weak, but overall a good watch. This is about a family going on a trip with their car, celebrate Christmas, and on their way, something really weird happens and they just can't seem to get off that road. Yes, and it stars Ray Wise and Lin Shaye. And I think Lin Shaye and both Lin Shaye and Ray Wise did a really good job in this one. Yeah, it is very interesting. I really like the concept. Okay, moving on to another favorite that a lot of people love to watch, including myself, and it is Gremlins. This is the Polish edition, Gremliny. And I mean, what can be said that hasn't already been said? And Gizmo is just so cute. Yeah. So this main character, he gets a pet for Christmas, but the pet comes with 3 distinct rules, which he of course breaks, and then a whole bunch of gremlins just show up and terrorize the town. But it's so cozy, filled with kind of humor, sometimes dark humor, which I really enjoy. And then also this movie also has a kind of serious side to it, which I really liked. So Gremlins. Okay. So this one isn't like, not a lot of people see it as a Christmas movie, and I understand them because even though this movie takes place during Christmas, the Christmas it's not the main theme of this movie or even talked about a lot. I'm talking about Inside. Yeah, the French version, the original, not the remake. Don't bother with the remake. But in this one, we have a girl named Sarah. She's pregnant. Like, she's gonna give birth any day. And it's Christmas. She's preparing to, like, celebrate it with her mother. But 4 months before this, she was in a car accident and her husband died. So she's very sad. She's kind of feeling alone and just not really in a Christmas spirit mood kind of way. But they just mentioned that this is during Christmas, and then she's waiting for her, birth to for water break or whatever. So if it doesn't happen, the next day she will go to the hospital and they will, induce the birth. So she's waiting there, and suddenly this weird woman starts stalking her. Yeah, because this woman, she wants something that Sarah has. This one is just, it's so good. I mean, the gore scenes is great, and you watch the scene, you're like, that was crazy. Then the next scene comes, and you're like, okay, that scene wasn't crazy. This one is the crazy scene. And the next scene comes, and you're like, this movie is just crazy. Like the so much blood, so much unique effects, so much. Oof, and the ending is just, yeah, mind blowing. I really recommend Inside. And here we have a movie that I just recently reviewed. And I'm talking about Jack Frost. So if you haven't seen my review of it, just scroll down and you'll find it. And this is such a fun film. And I mean, if you haven't watched it and you like kind of cheesy, fun B movies, please watch Jack Frost. I mean, it's about a killer snowman. There was a convicted murderer, and he dies and then comes back as a killer snowman. I mean, what's not to love? Yeah. Jack Frost. Okay. Oh, here we have another really good one. And it is Krampus. Yes, I really liked this a lot more when I rewatched it. Especially the opening scene. Everyone just runs into the store, and it's just... the customers are just wreaking havoc in the store, and then we have all these great cute kind of fun characters that pop along during the movie. And we have, of course, Krampus, and I really like the look of Krampus in this one. Yeah, I like the story. I think this is a really good Christmas horror movie. Krampus. Oh, here we have another fun one. So this is Mercy Christmas. It is a low-budget indie horror, but it really works. And I do like the story of this guy, Michael Brisket. And he's kind of a loner. And he gets invited to spend the Christmas with, a girl that he recently got to know. But he doesn't realize that he will not be eating the Christmas dinner with them. He is the dinner. Yeah, so there are a lot of fun scenes and situations in this one, and I had a lot of laughs. So I do recommend Mercy Christmas. Oh, here we have the second movie that I ever reviewed on my channel. It's called P2. Yes. So in P2 we have Rachel Nichols, who plays a woman who is kind of stuck in her office. She is going to spend Christmas with her family. There's always been some tension, she, due to work and other things, she sometimes has to cancel her plans. But this time she really wants to go there. She wants to spend Christmas. She has all the presents wrapped up. And then she's the only one left at the office, and suddenly something happens and she can't get out of the building. But unfortunately for her, there's also a psychopath on the run. Yeah, trying to get her. And yeah, I really like this film. I think that the suspense was really good. The build-up was good. Rachel Nichols did a really good job. So if you haven't seen P2, please do. Okay. Here's one that I haven't reviewed yet. I have watched it, but I can't remember it. But I'm saving this one for next Christmas. So yeah, be ready for it in a year. But I'm talking about Red Christmas. Yeah. But I do think that I kind of thought it was okay, but I'm looking forward to rewatching it, because I can't really say anything more about it right now. Oh, here we have Saint, or Saint, yes, about Saint Nicholas coming to, punish children. Yes, on Krampusnacht. Yes. And I think this is a really good watch. It had a lot of good gore. It is fast paced. It's never boring, and I do recommend watching this one. here we have another classic. And it is Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first one. I do really like this one. It has such good kills. Just the whole theme is good, and with the whole story with the nuns is really interesting as well. So Silent Night, Deadly Night. And of course I have the second one as well. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. This isn't as good as the first one in my opinion, because in this one there's like a huge flashback from the first film, and I felt like I was rewatching the first film before this one, kind of even began. And I was like, well, it just seemed like a filler. But when we get to the real story in this one, it is quite interesting. I do like it. It's more psychological, but then of course we got the classic "It's garbage day," line and scene. So if you haven't seen this, please just watch it for the garbage day. Yes. Oh, and the last one. Last one is a zombie Christmas horror movie. It's comedy. It's called Stalled. So we have this janitor. He's working on Christmas, and he gets stuck in this stall because of zombies. Yeah. So he has to figure a way out, but the zombies are coming in, and yeah, there are a lot of hilarious and funny moments in this film. It is a low budget indie horror movie, but it is a really good one. So if you haven't seen Stalled, please do. Okay, wow. So that was all the Christmas movies that I have in my collection so far. Maybe I missed one or two. Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more for next Christmas, so I will be ready and prepared. There are so many more that I know that I want to have in my collection. But I want to know which one of these or any Christmas-themed horror movies are your favorites. Please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. It's the Christmas season, give a little Christmas joy to everyone, including me. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my videos. So thank you so much, and hope you'll have an amazing day and week. Bye!